Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.
behind. Class vs. Crass. The mastermind of this operation is Jason Levine. Class vs. Crass. With the help of his scruffy buddy, 85 to the RGT. Class vs. Crass.
Good evening, all you beautiful people, and welcome to the Class vs. Crass Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Hey J. Joining me, as always, we've got the Dynamite Giraffe to my right, left.
Buenos dias.
Down below, we got Treon of the Realm.
Hello, everyone.
And of course, we've got the Crassy one, RGT85.
Hello.
If it is your first time joining us, it is a 1 hour podcast where we recap the latest in gaming news. Specifically, last week, we had a very exciting news for gaming. Thank you, Nintendo. So the big headline today will be recapping everything we have not recapped last week from E3. So that includes the Nintendo Direct. It also includes the Devolver Digital event. And it also includes some miscellaneous news that Treon picked up here and there. What's that?
Limited run.
Yeah, miscellaneous news. The Capcom Direct, very important to talk about that one as well.
I'm sorry, the limited run wasn't as good as I was expecting.
Really? I thought it was fantastic.
I came up short for me.
All the announcements, the pacing of it, the way they did it up, I loved it.
What? I guess it would help if I click this button. I am sorry for that. Now you can all see us. They could only hear us before. That is the first time I make that mistake in 5 years. So
Wonderful.
I make mistakes all the time, but this is a fresh one. So welcome, you mistake. Anyways, if it is your first time joining us, it is a show where we go over what we've been playing, then the headlines, then headlines you may have missed, then the lightning round, and we call that show here. Are you ready? Let's get started with Sean. What have you been playing? Never mind, it doesn't matter. We got Nintendo Direct to talk about. Let's go. Starting off with
what a transition.
Yeah, I was going to give him a little bit more space, but then he would have gone mad. Let's recap the Nintendo Direct in the classic Class vs. Crass, love it, like it, hate it, or meh format. Question the first. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, we have the new Kazuya fighter joining the roster. Love it, like it, hate it, or meh.
Honestly, couldn't care less.
You have 3 other people on the show. You need to designate who is going to go when.
I was trying to see what the excitement was like for Kazuya. Greg. Let's go with Greg.
I liked it. I liked that it was not another Fire Emblem character or something random. I felt like Tekken was,
but it's another fighting game character.
Yeah, it was a good option at least, and it was a little bit more, I say general. Like there's a lot more people that probably have played Tekken or the Tekken franchise other than like maybe Fire Emblem, which seems niche.
Sean?
I liked it. I thought it was cool. I really thought it was going to be Crash, but I don't know. I guess it does make sense. And Tekken's a great fighting franchise. Not as great as Virtua Fighter, but I guess you have the Virtua Fighter Mii characters you can make. So, no, I liked it. I thought it was good. It was a good character. And you know what? I have to say, I follow some like Smash Brothers leaks channels, and in the years that I have followed them, they have never been right. They are never right about who the character is going to be, and it's bizarre to me. Like I feel bad for them. I'm like, oh man, you almost got one this time, but no, you didn't.
Oh man.
But do you think there's at least some thread of truth to what their reasoning behind the leaks, or is it you think they're just flat out just guesses?
It's just their
I think there's something to it. I mean, because you can always draw. I mean, I remember I got publicity because when Devil May Cry was announced for the Switch, they were saying that there was going to be a big Devil May Cry announcement, and it was right around the time when Nintendo was about to reveal the next character. So I thought it was Dante, and I sort of made parallels as to why it could have been Dante, and like that ended up like getting coverage on like a bunch of websites and shit, and then it wasn't Dante. But I mean, I never claimed to be a Smash leaker or anything like that. I was just, throwing caution to the wind, but it made sense. But
This was definitely unexpected. I don't think anybody had predicted Tekken, and I don't think anybody's excited. That's why nobody predicted it.
There are some people that are excited. It's
Yeah, I
just-
saw excitement.
Yeah.
I saw zero excitement for this character.
I mean, I thought if I saw it correctly, I think OJ was pretty, Player Essence, he was pretty on top of it and seemed to be pretty hyped for it.
Well, he's pretty excited about a lot of things, though.
True. I mean, he almost broke his hand when the Metroid Dread thing.
Really? He's like,
Yeah, he
he's
tried
like,
to break open the Nintendo thing that they sent him.
oh, what was
he was
in
like
that?
punching it. Like, you got like a custom jacket with your name on it and shit.
Yeah, but what was in the
Yeah.
box? The hype box.
It was some sort of like popper thing that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Pretty
See,
sick. I
he
want to
really
jacket.
jacked up his hand. It looked like he really hurt himself trying to do it.
the
Yeah, he
custom
did.
jacket looked really good. OJ is the
Yeah.
kind of guy, like, I would love giving gifts to that guy because I think he would just always like show excitement and happiness. Like, you could give him anything and he'd be like, thank you so much.
Oh my god, a number 2 pencil.
Yeah.
All right, Treon, any thoughts on Kazuya?
As I said, I personally couldn't care less. I mean, I lean more towards what Sean said. I would have, if I was expecting another fighter franchise, I would have expected Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, I think Virtua Fighter is more fun, iconic with the polygons than
Yes.
just another fighting guy.
Yeah, I think you could have had a lot of fun, like alternate skins for a Virtua Fighter character to actually have like the old school polygonal version of them.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been sweet.
That's what they did with Virtua Fighter 5 that just released. You can do the polygonal skins for the character. So whenever I play it online, I'm always polygonal people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could even do a skin. They could have done a skin with the Smash GameCube. The GameCube version of Smash had those polygon like randos that they could have used. Anyways,
This leaves us with only one more fighter, right?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. My expectations are so low now.
Yeah, which I feel like they did that on purpose. So maybe
No,
if they
that's
do something.
you're raising your expectation by saying that. Keep it low. I think at this point it's a gift for Sakurai. It's pretty much like what character do you love or what game do you love that you would like to see in this? So that's mine.
Well, I mean, Tekken only has 2 appearances on Nintendo platforms: the Game Boy Advance and the Tekken Tag on the Wii U, right?
Incorrect.
What else was there?
Tekken 3D. I was earlier.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
God, I forget all about that because I
You know
got
what's-
Dead or Alive when that came out.
You know what's funny about the 3DS? Within like the span of like 6 months to a year, you got Dead or Alive, Tekken, and Street Fighter on that thing. Street Fighter being a launch title, and then they just fucked off with fighters on it. And I was like, "What are you doing? This is awesome! I
Well,
love
they all
it."
came out in that like dead period where the 3DS was floundering before like it was right around the time of the price drop and everything. So I guess they didn't sell well enough for them to continue on with them.
Yeah, I think out of all those, only Street Fighter ended up selling well, but that ended up like breaking 1 million. I remember.
Well, I mean, it was at day one, and Nintendo didn't really have anything themselves, so
Better than Steel Diver. That was the game we played. I remember me and my
Steel
buddy.
Diver.
There was,
Pilot Wings was my favorite. But I love that series.
I picked up Pilot Wings, Ridge Racer, and Street Fighter. I think he got Steel Diver, Ridge Racer, and Street Fighter, and we were just like, "Yeah, let's just play Street Fighter."
They just need Mortal Kombat now and Smash, and all the fighting games I
No.
care about are covered. Okay, so from that amazing start, we then got Life is Strange confirmed for Nintendo Switch. You're getting the remastered collection, true
Sean's
colors.
thrilled for this one.
Love it like a hater, man. Let's start with Sean.
Fuck right off.
Nah.
Fuck right off.
So you
Hate
love it.
Do you love it, Greg? I'm not sure. I would believe that if you said you loved it.
No, I said so. Sean loved it.
Oh, okay.
After he said, fuck off.
Have any of you guys actually played it?
No, I'm not a
played the
little
first
girl.
You don't need to be a little girl.
helps.
He says I didn't play because I'm not a little girl. Meanwhile, plays Barbie's racehorse championship or whatever.
That was for money. It was for a review. Part of it was job stuff.
So you didn't enjoy it at all?
No.
Okay.
I gave it like a 3. It's terrible.
Okay. And what about little? Oh shit! What's it called? Little Kitty, what's that? Oh my god, drawing a blank.
Your joke is
What's the Japanese famous kitty brand?
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty, yes. Hello Kitty kart racers.
I didn't play Hello Kitty Cruisers.
Oh, I
Jason,
thought
are you
did.
having a stroke?
No, he did
Maybe.
Garfield Racer.
Yeah, I did Garfield racing.
Oh,
Garfield.
Did you like
is-
Garfield?
I love Garfield the character. That game is dog shit though.
Yeah, but you were thrilled because you were like ranked number 1 or something.
Hell yeah.
One
okay.
of one.
Sean doesn't like racing games. He didn't even like Crash Bandicoot.
I love racing games. Crash Team Racing sucks ass. You know, I did a podcast on Thursday, and one of the people was in the comments like, "Did you take down that Crash Team Racing video yet?" And I was like, "No." Did they remove the shitty rubber band AI in the game? Fuck that game. The game sucks.
Anyway, back to Life is Strange. I did give it a chance, and I couldn't get into it. Anyways, next we got Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy cloud version coming up October 26th. Love it, like it, hate it, or admit. Treon can go first.
I don't do the cloud thing. I've not had good experience with it, so I have zero interest for that. What went for like a meh for me last week went to like I don't care.
I went from Guardians of the Galaxy on Switch. I'm surprised. Cloud version. Hate it. Have they optimized those? Is there any cloud version game that works?
I did Hitman, the cloud version on the Switch. I mean, it was okay, but it's not the best way to play it. And Hitman is, I mean, for the most part, a bit of a slower game, so it kind of lends itself to that until you get into like a gunfight or something like that. I just couldn't imagine like a heavy action game working really well. And that's not to say that as a knock on like the Switch necessarily, because it's across the board. Like xCloud, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like you're playing it on your mobile phone, and it's like, oh, this is okay, but it's not the best way to play it. There's latency issues and shit.
I do Destiny 2 with Stadia, just because I have a free to play and I don't have to have an account with that. I just have to have the free account, and it swings wildly. Like sometimes I'll have like a solid 20-30 minutes where everything's running like super smooth, and then there's points where it literally goes down to like PS1 N64 frame rate area where I can't shoot anything, and like there's so much lag.
I think it'd be a different story if the Switch had an Ethernet port instead of relying if you really want to, have a wired connection, you have to get the USB adapter. And I have one left over from my Wii U, but it still, doesn't. You're not able to pull the same amount.
They should definitely do an updated dock that has one in it.
Yeah. Replay your multiplayer games like it's 1999. Full lag experience.
Yay.
Next up, we got Worms Rumble coming up. Cross-platform multiplayer. This is dropping this week, actually. Love it, like it, hate it, or admit. Greg.
Meh. Not for me anymore.
Yeah, I'm over the Worms love. Sean?
Meh. I don't really care.
Have you ever played Worms?
Yes. I believe so. I feel like I have.
It was a PC game originally.
Yeah, but it's been released on
it's been on
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the big thing with this is that it's real time versus it originally being turn based.
Oh.
Right.
I'd rather just someone give me Lemmings back.
Lemmings?
I love Lemmings.
Is that owned by Sony?
I don't know who owns it.
I don't
feel like that's under their umbrella.
I played the SNES version like crazy for some reason.
Next up, we got Austria Ascending, which was, I'm refreshing my memory.
JRPG, I think. It's got the 2D hand-drawn side-scrolling art.
Yeah.
Yeah, this turn-based too as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look good. Love it, like it, hate it, or meh. Let's go, Sean.
Meh. I probably won't play it.
Also meh. Greg? or try.
Man, it looks like a browser game.
Yeah, I'm probably possible like it after if they do like a demo.
Mm-hmm. Then we got another shot of 2 Point Campus, which we talked about last week. Love it like it, hate it, meh, or pass.
Pass for me.
Next notable title was Super Monkey Ball Bananas Banana Mania. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Say Banana Mania 3 times fast.
Banana Mania, Banana Mania, Banana Mania.
Ooh.
Now Sean, you try.
Banana Mania, Banana Mania, Banana Mania.
Must be an American thing. All right. Love it like it, hate it, or meh.
Like it.
Like it.
Like it.
Meh.
Solid game.
I've always been a fan of the series, and this is the first two plus the deluxe content. So it's the best part of the series that you could get.
Next, we got Mario Party Superstars, October 29th. A whole new Mario Party. Love it like it, hate it, or meh. One of Nintendo's holiday titles.
I like it. Everything's online.
Yeah.
Every mode, every board, every mini game, it's all online.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like it for sure.
And button support.
I'll actually buy it and not re-gift it like I did with the last one.
Oh.
I like it for the fans because it seems like Nintendo's finally pulling their head out of their ass and doing it right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I absolutely despise the Mario Party series. Like, I can't stand playing
Jeez.
it.
Tell me how you really feel.
Sorry. It's I get accused like, oh, you're a Nintendo fanboy, and I'm like, no, there are series that they put out that I don't like. I absolutely hate, and that's one of them.
So that's a hate it for you?
Yeah,
Personally?
me personally. Yeah.
I was gifted Super Mario Party. I won't say by who. And I was like, oh, thank you. I did not touch it until like this one time people were like, do you have any multiplayer games? I'm like, oh, I got this party game. I just don't play it otherwise.
Yeah. That's how I am.
How about
Did
you?
your son give that to you for Father's Day?
No.
I liked it. I was a little cautious because I'm like, it's weird to have that come out after, the whole Mario Party thing. And it's like, could it have been DLC? I don't know. But as long as it's meaty enough, that there's enough tables and everything like that, then, I think it's, if it's worth it, then I feel like, yes, I like it. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we've got the big one. Metroid Dread finally announced October 8th. Love it like a hater, man.
Is there something above love it? Because that's where I'm at.
Hype it, I guess. Yeah. I'm in the love it for this one, of course.
Love it.
I think I love it. I mean, I'm buying 2 copies of it, so
Just 2. One for your stash and one to play with.
And potentially losing a bet based on it.
I'm not losing.
Whoa! What's this bet? What's the bet?
I have a bet with Spawncast that if it sells 3 million in the first year, which it won't, I have to buy and review Balan Wonderworld. If it doesn't break 3 million, which it won't, I get a free copy of Metroid Prime 4, and I'll be buying a robe, a crown, and a scepter to be wearing on the show.
That's a pretty safe bet.
And I would say most of the Spawn cast is against him on this one.
They're all idiots.
They all think it's going to go over 3 million? Can I get in on this bet?
Yes.
They think it is going to be over 3 million. It's not. There's no data that says otherwise.
I think it's going to...
Dreamcast guy and OJ seem to be really, sure of this one.
I think it's going to be a record seller. Like, for a 2D Metroid game, it's going to set records for how fast it sells.
Well, the record is 2.73 million, and that's with 1 million from Japan for the original Metroid. No other 2D Metroid has cracked 2 million.
Okay, the first one...
No, Metroid Prime has.
No, 2D Metroid.
2D
Metroid. 2D Metroid.
Ignoring the first one, because I think it drops pretty quick after that.
Yeah, it's like 1.26 for Super Metroid, the greatest game of all time. What was the Game Boy Advance ones? You had such a huge install base. Yeah, they really gravitated towards those games. I'm just telling you, dude.
Did 1.5.
That's not 3.
True, but there was also in the first year of the system came out. There's a lot of other great stuff that came out after.
So here's the thing. So Aiden saying 10 million. It's not going to hit 10 million. I'm pretty sure it's not going to pass 3 million either. You're seeing a lot of hype on the internet right now. All the Nintendo influencers, everyone who plays games on YouTube, they're going to buy it. Everyone who's a Metroid... Huh?
The internet is not the real world.
Right.
If that was the case, Pokemon would have flopped the last one because they had N64. The internet is a terrible indication of the real world. All because the game is #1 on Amazon. Every fucking Nintendo game gets #1 on Amazon. It took over a year from Fire Emblem, which has been very relevant in the West for quite a while now, much longer than Metroid has, because there hasn't been a proper Metroid, and the last Metroid that came out only sold 500,000 copies. That barely broke 3 million, and that was helped with Japan. Japan doesn't care about Metroid.
Right. And so you got the Metroid fans who are going to buy it, which is about 500,000 hardcore Metroid fans. And all the indie players who love Metroidvanias, they're going to look at the price point and they're going to go, no, thank you. We're going to wait for a sale, which is going to take more than a year to come in.
Okay, this price shit I am so ticked off about because people will pay upfront $70 for these broke-ass games that need patches out the ass and are going to be DLC'd to high heaven where you're spending over like $100 for it. Not only that, buy it fucking physical at Walmart. It's $50. That's an automatic thing with them. So anyone who's complaining about it, just go to fucking Walmart and buy it physical.
I think it's like, that's why I say the Metroid fans will buy it. I'm buying it. We're all buying it here. But if you're a Metroidvania fan who loves Metroidvanias, you're not familiar with Metroid, you've probably been used to paying $20 to $30 for your Metroidvanias, and you're not going to go start the Metroid series with Metroid Dread at $60, $70. Like, nobody's going to do that unless they get sucked into the hype.
Yeah, it's just as, one of those same things. It's just an echo chamber. Like, you follow people on Twitter, if you're even just a casual fan that like Nintendo stuff. Well, obviously it sounds like a lot of people are gonna like it if you only follow Nintendo influencers or that make videos and whatnot. But I'm in the same boat. I think it's really loud right now just because it's a new Metroid game, that especially being that it was rumored so long ago. But I still, no one knows what the pre-order numbers are. No one knows what anybody has stock or inventory of. I'd be more interested to see if they release some of that information, or if GameStop is saying, we have X amount of pre-orders already, blah, 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 blah.
I bet you guys Mario Party is probably going to sell better than Metroid Dread this holiday.
This holiday given.
Of course it will.
So
There's
you see,
what a safe bet.
You look at the internet though. The internet has zero hype for Mario Party, but that's going to outsell Metroid.
The internet is not real life, and the sooner people can realize that, the better it is.
Although I will say there were a lot of people that said, how many people do we hear complaining about, was it the new Super Mario U and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze would not sell at the $60 price tag, and both those sold more copies than you can imagine.
Yeah.
So the whole the price thing, I'm on the fence about people talking about how that's going to make a big difference.
I mean, I think it would sell more if it was cheaper.
Tropical Freeze didn't break 3 mil.
No, definitely did not.
2.25 on the Switch.
Funky Kong was not enough to pull that game.
A hell of a lot more than the Wii U version.
Well, come on.
Actually, I don't think it was. I think it sold pretty decent on the Wii U.
Decent, but not great.
Oh, indeed.
Wait.
The Wii U version sold 2 mil.
Damn. Well then.
Okay.
Damn. That's impressive for the Wii U.
Saying. You're gonna say Metroid is more popular than Donkey Kong?
Nope. Anyways, were you guys surprised that it was called Dread, that they were bringing that back? What'd you guys think of what you saw?
Yeah.
Like the white,
vibe
the white
the whole way.
I'm on board.
Design.
Yeah, it looks like they've tweaked a lot of stuff that I might have complained about with, what was it, Samus Returns? Like where you had to constantly stop to do the, Now it seems like they've built that into the movement. They've got the slide. It looks like everything is much more fluid now.
It looks crazy fluid. Like if you, the mechanics just look so tight. You're just like running all over that. I can't wait to just play that.
Yeah, and not only that, it's, I think they confirmed it's 60 FPS, and the YouTube was showing it at 30.
Oh,
and it already looks smooth on that. So
damn.
Yeah.
Did you, Greg and Sean? Did you guys expect this at E3? 2D Metroid. We had
No.
talked about this, but
I'm sure Sean
Yeah, I mean, expected no, but it was something that if it was announced, I wouldn't be super surprised. I was more surprised that it was Dread, considering the history of that game. But
yeah, well, I love that because I've been following that since it was first leaked way back at IGN.
was it like 15 years or something like that?
2005, yeah.
this
And I remember even in Prime 3 where they had the actual mention of it in there.
oh
Yeah. I just think it's cool. Sean made a really good point, and like this was on Twitter, but that just shows, Nintendo isn't just like working on the immediate. They're always playing with something in the chamber. They have can pull a game that's been in development or whenever it's ready, off the shelf and be like, okay, this is going to be a planned title if whatever falls through, and it looks like that was exactly the case. But I also feel like in terms of like the entire direct, it was probably one of the, like, if that wouldn't have been announced, I feel like it would have been
flat.
kind of so.
It's the stars are aligning. Samus in Fortnite's happening. Let's move on to the next topic.
If that's happening right around the launch of the game.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Watch, Sean. Watch, it's gonna happen.
Take a bet.
I love what they did next. They went straight into Just Dance 2022, which is the reason you couldn't stream the direct. That's what gave copyright.
Our show here on the channel, it actually got claimed for that little 15 seconds.
Yeah.
That stupid Megan Trainor song.
Just Dance, love it like a hater, man. Man.
Hate it.
Love it.
Next up, we got the console exclusive of Cruisin' Blast coming up this fall. Love it, like it, hate it, or meh.
like it.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah, it's a meh for me.
Looks good, looks fun.
Racing.
And it's getting a physical version.
Yes.
I love arcade racers.
It looks up your alley, all three of you.
How does that mean?
I don't know. You guys have like a similar.
Explain, Jason.
Yeah.
You guys, I guess it's maybe like when you have facial hair, you kind of have like similar tastes in gaming or something. That's the.
Sean just lost a mustache.
That's the court. Oh, I didn't even realize that's what's different. No, he's got a bit of stubble there. I think we're like equal in stubble right now, and lip stubble. So silent, it's creepy. Next up, we got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot: A New Power Awakens coming this September. Love it, like a hater, man.
Like it.
Like it.
I don't
Got all
care.
the DLC, so
And this is where Treon and I overlap a little bit.
yeah. Well, we both like anime, so it makes sense.
Do you like anime, Greg? I never know the answer to this.
Yes. Like
Do
select
you?
animes. Yeah, it really
A lot of
depends.
hesitation there.
Like One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, I have
I've
to
been
watch
watching that
it.
with my wife. That's
Sucked.
great.
Yeah, it's great. And like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, a little bit of Dragon Ball GT.
Ew, gee, I hate
Ronin Warriors was like one of my favorites.
Oh,
How-
I love that series.
How did I never know you liked anime?
It's like just a handful of ones. Not like because like anime is just like the Nintendo community. You say like you like anime. What shows do you like? Oh, One Punch Man. Oh, you didn't watch Bleach originally, or you didn't watch Cowboy Bebop. And let me tell you why you're wrong. And then it's like I don't want to fucking deal with that. Like, just let me like what I like and laugh at how funny One Punch Man is.
I couldn't get into One Punch Man. I'm like,
Oh my God,
he
it's so
literally
good.
just. I
Yeah,
watched
it
2
is. It's so
episodes. I'm like,
great.
oh, he just punches.
Moomin
everything
Rider,
once.
man. I tell you.
Yeah. So great.
You should check out JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I highly recommend it.
My wife tried watching that and she hated it. Like, she was in it and she's like, this just gets more and more ridiculous. She's like, I can't do this.
It does. It's getting weird to the point where I'm like, am I gonna keep going down this hole?
She gave up after like 2 or 3 seasons.
Okay, I'd say she went long enough into it. Next up, we've got Mario Golf Super Rush coming out this week. Love it, like a hate or meh. I think you guys all like this.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
like it.
I do not. It's meh for me. Then we got a gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Stories 2 coming out next month. Love it, like a hate it, meh. I like it.
Man.
Yeah, actually showing something like actual gameplay, and I'm excited for the demo coming out
That's
this
right.
next week.
Demo coming out this week.
And all of your progress transfers over.
That is a love it. I love
Yes.
demos that taste it and then continue your journey. That's how you do
Yes.
it. Sean, are you into Monster Hunter Stories?
Yeah, I reviewed the other one. Did you play the one on the 3DS?
Nope, I did not. I'm a new Monster Hunter.
Told you repeatedly, there's a free demo that will give you a meaty chunk of the game to at least try.
I have been busy with 2 other Monster Hunter games, sir.
Here we go.
Please.
I thought you were supposed to
Please.
be winding down on one of them. Which one are you winding down on?
I'm in the end game of both of them right now.
Well, I don't count Rise as the end game because they have plenty more coming.
That's yes. Just yes. Monster Hunter, that is the answer all the time. Always more coming. Then we got the next big exclusive, Warioware. Get It Together, coming out this September. Another holiday lineup. Love it like a hater, man.
Love it.
Like it.
Meh.
Like it. Oh, you don't like Warioware?
Nah, I'm over those games.
Oh, man. Man has...
I had to crack out the entire collection because my son has been watching trailers on it. He wanted to play, and I was like, I got almost all of them, kiddo, so he's been cranking through them.
It'll depend on the price if I pick it up or not.
$50.
Oh, they did announce it. Oh.
Yeah, I put it in the note there. It's
Or
right
you
next
can
to
go
it.
to Walmart
There
and
is-
get it.
Yeah, they knock like, what is it, the 10% off or whatever. So it would be like 42 or something.
I'd pay 42 for it.
Well, Jason would have
Well,
to
you're
pay,
in
like-
Canada, idiot. So
Yeah,
it'd be like
so I'm not getting
$1,000.
it. So I'm not getting it right away. Shin Megami Tensei 5. We finally got some more news gameplay coming out also this fall. Love it like a hater.
Like it.
Meh.
Yeah, I'm a meh for this. Nothing on that sold me.
I don't care about the franchise.
Not for me.
You're alone here, Treon.
As I said, I like it. I don't know if I'll pick it up, but I think it's cool that they're bringing it over.
It was too dark for me. I'm just like, nothing.
Yeah,
nothing appeals.
well, that's what I told you. It's the dark, angsty older brother of the Persona series.
It's everything. It's the part I don't like about Persona. Just put
Okay.
into a whole game. It's like, great, take that out and give me my Persona. Next, we got Danganronpa Decadence 4-game collection coming later this year. Love it like a hater, man.
Meh.
It's kind of weird looking.
Interested? My wife watched the anime. There's an anime of this as well, and it directly follows all the stuff in the game. So she was explaining it all to me. It's like these students all get trapped in this school or whatever, and the bear is like psychotic and puts them through trials.
Like,
Oh, it makes sense.
Like Saw.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Oh,
Why is it always students trapped in a school? Or
Well,
students?
in
Where else would they
Japan,
be trapped?
School life is like their culture. So
where else would they be trapped, Greg? Like where?
Under my bed,
Oh,
in my basement.
okay. Well,
God.
I'm the bear. I'm the psychotic bear.
Are there basements in Japan?
Probably
I don't
not.
think it's as common.
yeah,
Then we've got the Fatal Frame made out of black water. Makes an
another
appearance.
beyond love it for me.
Another
Like
hype it
that
for
was
you.
the one that I lost it during our reaction because I was so hyped for this.
Meh.
What was it? Sorry.
Oh my god.
Fatal Frame.
Oh yeah, love.
Yeah.
Liked it.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it. I'm at love. It goes beyond love for me as long as we get physical. I don't want this digital shit again. It's the whole reason I wouldn't bother with it on the Wii U.
Met for me, but I'm glad to see this leave the Wii U after the shit show that
Yes.
was
The shocking thing is that it's everywhere. It's coming to PS4, PS5,
Oh.
PC, the Xbox
Yeah.
Series, and Nintendo still. So I think this is a case where Nintendo's just going to make that money in the back end if it does well, and then if they do another entry, it'll be exclusive for the Switch.
I wonder if they're going to do exclusive costumes for the other platforms.
I'm wondering if they're taking out the
Hope
exclusive costume of the North
Yeah.
American, because you had
one.
Samus and Zelda, I think.
Yeah, they're going to take those out for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know,
or
you're
if they're
starting
just
to
going to
see-
leave them in for the Switch version.
I found it pretty interesting. Rocket League opened it up where they were going to include those skins on other platforms.
Okay.
Huh?
So like there's a Samus car, there's
Yeah,
a
did that
Luigi
ever
car,
happen?
Mario. I'm pretty sure it was the last update. Like or something like that about a couple of weeks ago. It was saying that like, oh yeah, all the skins are now cross-platform.
I mean, it only helps Nintendo if it's like, hey, remember these games you grew up with? Go check them out again. It was a nice surprise. Welcome one to be sure. Next, we got the Doom Eternal Ancient Gods Part 1, which is available now. Love it like a hater, man.
Fine.
Man, I don't play Doom.
Like it.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 ported to Switch. Love it like it hit it, man.
Love.
Like
it if it's going to be physical.
It is
proper physical.
It's not proper physical.
Oh, they're doing the half on the cart crap.
The mandatory download.
I mean, what do you think?
Yeah,
Which I don't get. It's only like 8.7. Well,
yeah,
the game is like 8.7 gigs, but I'm sure the patch is like 47.
well, that's the thing.
Activision.
Activision has used 16 gigabyte cartridges on a bunch of their games, so I don't know why they aren't doing this, but it is Activision and they are assholes, so
They don't care about physical.
no.
Next, we have Strange Brigade, which I'm trying to remember what this one was.
Actually,
Sean
been playing
knows this
that.
one.
I was just playing it before the show.
Oh, this
And
looks...
if you would have asked me,
Love it like a hater, man.
wait, hold on.
Okay.
Maybe they hold on. Shut the fuck up. Maybe they changed the Tony Hawk thing because every listing I'm seeing, it doesn't have the internet required on it anymore.
Yeah, the last time I looked
don't
at
get
it
my
was a
hopes
couple.
up. No, I'm not even going to consider that until I know for sure.
The last time I looked at it was on Nintendo's site.
Let me look at their site. And what were you asking me, Jason?
I was asking about Strange Brigade, sir.
It's kind of like like the Mummy and Indiana Jones. It's a up to 4-player cooperative shooter. It's actually very fun. I've been enjoying the game way more than I anticipated I would, and it's very fun.
It gives me the vibes of that Wii U multiplayer game that everyone forgot about.
Lost Treasure. I only remember it because I actually played a bunch of that.
Wasn't it Lost Reavers?
I think it was originally like Lost Treasure, and then they changed it to the Reavers.
Yeah. I got
Strange
that.
Brigade came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it came out a couple years ago on like PlayStation and stuff. Also, the Nintendo website does not say anything about a mandatory download.
I'm still holding off until I actually see. I don't want to get my hopes up on this one.
I mean, all signs.
I want it, but only if they do it properly.
Well, what's the anybody know the install size for the current platforms for it?
For what, Tony?
Yeah.
I had no idea. It says it's 8.6.
Yeah, it's usually cut down by like half to, I don't know, sometimes as much as 2/3 when they compress it down for the Switch. Because like that is what ticked me off about, Spyro. That was under 16 gig, and yet they still forced you to download the other two games.
Tony Hawk on Xbox was 60 gigs.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're real big at compressing. Well, you could also tell in their latest trailer, the one on the Nintendo show, that you could see where they scaled back on some of the texture work and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's portable Tony Hawk, so
yeah,
I need it.
Yeah, no thanks. Then we got a reminder of Mario Rabbids Stars of Hope coming out next year. Love it like it or meh. Love it.
Like it.
Like it.
Show me more.
Yeah.
Another welcome surprise, Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp coming this December. Love it like it, hit or meh.
Love.
Like it. Also very impressed to find out that Way Forward is the one doing it.
Are they? Oh, that's so appropriate. I never got to play Advance Wars.
Primary developer?
I believe so, yeah. That was one of the things when I saw the trailer. The one thing that stuck out to me is when they did the animations of the characters. I was like, that looks a lot like Way Forward's animation style.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I never got to play the original Advance Wars, so I'm looking forward to trying this franchise.
It's a good series. I mean, I'm not as big in the turn-based. I actually prefer the spin-off, the Battalion Wars series.
Battalion Wars
Oh,
ruled
yeah.
ass.
Yeah, I love both those.
Wasn't that on the Wii U as well? Didn't they do it?
GameCube and the Wii both had it.
Then we got some details on Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity Wave 1 DLC, which includes you can play as the Guardian. You get some nunchucks and anything else of note?
Zelda's on the motorcycle.
Yeah, you get the motorcycle. Love it, like it, hate it, or meh.
Like it, but like I'm waiting for any pass until after everything's released. Because I need to know the second half of the pass stuff.
It's a meh for me. The original Hyrule Warriors gave you a reason to go back. This one just gives you characters to go back and replay the same levels you've already beaten. Like it just seems so redundant that
I want to see new campaign stuff added in some form in the second load.
like give me a reason to use all this new stuff, like what they did in the original Hyrule. Greg, Sean?
I'm in between meh and like it. There's like a weird thing that I have about it. Just the engine, the engine and the atmosphere. Just I don't know if it's because of Hyrule Warriors or because of so much Breath of the Wild, but visually, I'm just like tired of seeing those same areas and. But I don't know how it plays. Just a schmuck.
I don't care. I'm not gonna buy it. I like the first Hyrule Warriors better.
Most people seem to be saying that too. They're all like, "Oh, this is cool," but I'm not like feeling that same wow factor as original Hyrule Warriors. Next up, we've got Skyward Sword HD coming out next month. Which was anything new revealed? I don't recall. I don't think so.
No, that's what bothers me about it. Is that I feel like we should know more. Like they've got to have something extra thrown in because
Nope.
You would think so.
You get buttons instead of waggle. That's what you're paying for. HD textures and buttons. Meh.
I like it. I'm buying it because I never finished the game on the Wii.
Oh.
So-
You never saw Demise?
I never finished the game on the Wii. No,
Wow, you're going to
because
love
it
Demise.
sucked.
yeah, that was. I liked it, but that was also one I've only done one time through. Like I enjoyed my first time, but it's one I oddly have never really returned to. So
I do need to finish. I'm about halfway and just abandon it.
yeah, I mean it kept me engaged the entire time, but I got a little irritated with Fee and the. Oh God! If I heard the thing come up and say that my Wii remote batteries were going to die one more time, I was ready to huck my controller through a wall.
I can barely remember much about that game. I played
That
it
was one
through
thing that
once.
was like burned in my brain because I would put in fresh batteries and then I'd be playing a bunch, and the next thing you know, it'd come up and it wouldn't shut up about it.
I remember the crafting. I like the crafting system in that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see a lot of the DNA that would become Breath of the Wild. Like it starts there.
And now it's doing a full 180 as we get into that in a moment. But next we got our 35th anniversary present, which is Game & Watch Zelda 1, 2, and Link's Awakening, the original. Love it, like it, hate it, or meh.
I mean, I bought it.
Love it, but I'm very perplexed why you can't play the Game Boy Color version of Link's Awakening as well.
Because they're cheap.
Yeah.
It's a
I feel like there should be something in there, like an option to switch between the black and white and the color.
such a big meh for me. Like the Game & Watch system has zero appeal to me. And you're going to go and put like the Zelda games I probably want to play least on the platform I want to play least. I'm just like, pass. I'll sit. Scalpers, take my unit. I don't want it.
Love it.
You have two, don't you? Game & Watch from Mario's 35th.
I have 3,
Oh my god.
but
I got one for the Sun, so.
But I am excited though. I managed to at least get that pre-ordered.
Value wise, it's better though, right? Mario, you can only play Mario 1 on there, right?
Mario 1 and Mario 2, the Japanese version.
Oh, okay.
And the clock.
Oh, and the ball or
Fine.
whatever.
Yeah.
Which I don't even count that.
But they have
That's
one.
on every 3DS. Like, that's built into the 3DS. as a game that you can play while listening to music.
Yeah. Big man.
Yeah.
Hard man. And then finally they wrapped it up with a new trailer for Breath of the Wild 2, which we learned Link is a little bit more, I don't know, nipple out, let's go.
Theories lean towards him going to the past, so I've been watching a bunch of the Zelda theory videos, and everyone's going nuts over it. I love it, but that's one of my all-time favorite. The first one is one of my all-time favorite games, so
I'm interested for sure. I like it. To your point about, is it Faye in Skyward Sword?
Fee. You hear a bunch of different ways to pronounce.
Fofum. That sound she makes, the like, that sound was in the trailer for Breath of the Wild 2. So I'm like, is this coming back?
I don't think that they would have her like either her or hey, listen, or like Navi. Like,
yeah,
I think they would obviously dial that back, but
I think so too. But it sounds like it's going to tie into Skyward Sword somehow.
I mean,
yeah, especially the jumping scene.
Yeah,
where he's like just skydiving down, which I thought looked cool. You know, and again, I hope it's different enough from Breath of the Wild that I'm not tired of it because it's just redundant.
But will you enjoy skydiving after 100 times of skydiving?
Yeah, because I remember that was at least a likable part out of Skyward Sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm intrigued,
man.
Yeah,
I'm really intrigued with the whole arm thing because we saw it looked like that's related to Ganondorf in some way, and then it looks like that gauntlet is pretty much the key to the whole game. And I think that's going to be in the title of the game because they're saying they can't give away the title because it'll give away the story.
Yeah. It's going to have something to do with time. I don't know what, but it's going to have to do with time. And, I mean, this is the nerdy stuff, but a bunch of the fans are talking about how it looks like the Master Sword is being ripped away and Zelda falling down the hole, like Ganon taking those two things away from Link.
Oh.
Because those are the things that would stop him, so...
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
That's
why he gets the arm piece to replace the sword.
Had a video that I didn't watch that I saved that was like fan theory... Ganon's the hero, and I was like, "Wow!"
Ooh, no, I've seen that one.
I think I caught one of those too, which would be interesting. I never realized. Do we see him use a sword at any point in the trailer?
No,
nope. And I don't think all frame by frame, of course, that they're doing shows that the Master Sword is nowhere to be seen,
or any sword.
Everything seems to be tied into his new arm, which I think the arm is going to take the place of the Sheikah Slate this time.
Yeah. Nintendo's like, you don't like breakable weapons? We'll take them all away from you.
No weapons.
You have to slap your way through this game.
With the gauntlet. Still better. So, overall, Nintendo Direct, love it, like it, hit or meh, as a whole. I think this was a very strong one for them.
I thought
I liked it.
I couldn't be happier because they gave me Metroid, Fatal Frame, and Zelda.
And Advance Wars.
Yeah, well, I like Advance Wars, but I'm not like in love with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So now we have the whole holiday lineup for Nintendo, with September being, I think, Warioware.
I wouldn't say you have.
I think
you guys think there's more
secret things that might be thrown out.
No way. Okay, September is Warioware. October is Metroid and Mario Party.
2B games.
November is Pokemon and
A in terms of sales.
What else is coming out this holiday?
I think one of the things, like everyone's been talking about how they may not do any more with the Zelda stuff, but I think part of it is that Nintendo is keeping quiet because they don't want to overshadow Skyward Sword. They want to get that out the door, have it do well, and then say something later in the year. And I think that the 2-pack that Sean was talking about, I think that's in the holster for next year. Because Nintendo, what was it? Aonuma said a few years ago that their plan was to have like one Zelda per year. So depending on what happens next year, they want to have that locked and ready to go.
Yeah, you got Skyward Sword this year and Breath of the Wild 2 next year.
Well, that's if they want to leave a lot of cushion for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I think this is the holiday lineup, and it'll be a nice surprise if I'm wrong.
Kind of like that. This Breath of the Wild 2 could potentially be, the same launch pad that Nintendo used Breath of the Wild 1 for to really propel the Switch. And if there's a new Switch, we didn't see anything E3 wise, and I think this could be another big push for them.
If it is going to be later next year, yes, I think it'll be a title they'll put right alongside whatever they do with the Switch Pro.
Yeah, with Splatoon 3,
Mm-hmm.
Breath of the Wild 2. It's already starting to look like a heavy-hitting year next year.
Metroid Prime, whatever they're doing with that, Bayonetta, whatever they're doing. Those are titles that are more heavy, so it would make sense to save, just to use them as part of the new platform.
Yeah, they're juiced up. Because we're low on time, I don't want to go through the whole Devolver Direct, so I'm just kind of pick and choose a few stories here. But we got Castlevania Advance Collection, which might be on the way, as we saw a rating in Australia.
Ah, yes. Come on, give it to us. Give it to us.
Are those all sealed?
No, the one still has the plastic on it, but
jeez,
they're not. I've actually opened them and play them.
Seriously, with the series, actually, if
we're taking it a step further, give us these as well.
Put all 6 of those in a collection, or just put 2 collections out.
Yeah, they really should do the DS ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could easily. Yeah, you could replace the touch screen controls for the seal making. You just use the right joystick and you'd be fine.
Yeah, and that was the only game that had any fair amount of that on it.
Yeah.
The other 2 were pretty minimal.
Yeah.
And the ZX collector, the Mega Man Zero ZX, showed that you could do it just fine on the Switch. So.
Mm-hmm. We got confirmation Cruise and Blast is getting a physical release, so you guys are probably excited for that. There's also a physical release coming out for Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. We've got a lot of these are notes on the Nintendo Direct I'm seeing.
Yeah, I tried to plug them in as we were going down.
Okay. Metroid Dread top Amazon. We talked about that. Top Amazon bestseller. What does the Metroid Dread amiibo actually do? It gives you an extra health container.
Yeah, one gives you an extra E-tank and the other gives you a missile upgrade.
Yeah.
And then they also allow you to once per day juice up each one of those.
Okay.
Refill them on the go.
These amiibos look pretty nice. I don't care so much about the Emmy, probably because I don't know the character, but I like the Samus design.
I want them, but I'm fearful because
Scalpers.
The Samus Returns ones are the only ones that I couldn't get. I have Dark Samus, regular Samus, and Zero Suit, but I could not get the one for the 3DS.
Oh, on her knees with the gun up?
Yeah. Those things go for $200-$300 now.
Oh,
so
jeez.
Yeah.
I didn't even try to get that, but I wish I did now.
I'm so
fortunately, my friend had gotten it, and he allowed me to use his to scan in to get the stuff for Samus Returns, but
that's good.
I couldn't actually get them for myself.
Okay, scanning through other things here. Nintendo had the best performing E3 with 3.1 million viewers. I remember seeing that infographic. I think the second best was Microsoft.
Yep.
And Devolver after that?
Yeah, that was 1.1 million, I think.
Here it is. I've got the graphic. 3.1 for Nintendo, 2.3 for Xbox, 1.4 for Ubisoft, 1.3 for Square Enix, and 1.1 for Devolver.
Ubisoft and Square do not deserve those numbers.
Yeah.
Those were so half-assed.
They're terrible.
There's anticipatory.
There's
what are they going to bring?
Yeah, there's such an interesting story here just behind the interest of these numbers. This doesn't really indicate it was good or not, because this is people going with an expectation, and clearly Square Enix, Ubisoft, there was an expectation there, but still more expectation on Nintendo than Xbox. I just find that wild.
Are those peak or continuous numbers?
Peak.
Yeah,
that's where they
peak. I could see the peak for Ubisoft, and then everybody's like, what the or even someone like Capcom, they're like, what the fuck is this?
Honestly,
was so bad.
This year I didn't watch a single presentation except Nintendo from start to finish, and I am so glad. I feel like I did not miss out on anything. Oh no, I watched the Capcom one. That was a mistake.
Yes, that was a big mistake.
That was fucking horrible.
I'm honestly glad that when I hit you up, you were like, I don't have time to do this one. I'm like, okay, cool. And then after seeing it, I was like, thank God we didn't do that one.
I got off
It
a
just
call.
would have been like 30 minutes of us ranting at
It was 3 things that they could have put in a tweet.
Yeah.
What was it? Ace Attorney.
Resident
Resident
Evil
Evil-
8, we're making DLC. Literally, that's all they said.
Yeah, and what was I know there was a big esports,
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5
Esports-
championship,
and Monster Hunter.
which has been announced to death at
Yeah.
this point. I've seen that
Literally
trailers
every month on the month. They have been nonstop about that.
every month, try every week. Like they find a
Yeah.
place to put that trailer everywhere. Anyways, next up we've got Japanese charts. Game Builder Garage beats Final Fantasy VII and Ratchet and Clank to #1. I am shocked.
Yeah.
Well,
It did way better than I would have expected.
But the
there's
PS,
also a lot less PS5s out there.
yeah,
True.
which I'm so annoyed and pissed with PlayStation. I'm really tempted to just skip them entirely this generation. From the shortage in console, from my frustrations of load screens on my PS4 to just like poor customer like relation with so I tried to like disconnect my PSN account from my Epic account so my son could connect it. Anyways, long story, you have to wait 12 months. You can only connect a PSN account to an Epic account once. And then if you try to like swap it, you have to wait 12 months because they're like, oh, people are going to like cheat the system and sell accounts. It's like, screw you. Who cares?
Let me just throw out something that I discovered that I am extraordinarily pissed off about because I didn't run into it with the demo. I got Immortals finally for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I've been enjoying it. But in order to play without using their bullshit account, I have to put the system in airplane mode,
Oh, yeah.
get into the game first, because you can't skip their account sign up. That game requires the Ubisoft account to even play.
Right.
So the only way, and I am so irritated that they don't allow you any type of opt-out because it's a single-player game. Why the hell do I want their stupid account?
For the cosmetics. You have to go
Yeah,
shop.
I know. That and the stupid-ass coins that they give you are supposed to be tied into it. But
Yeah.
I don't want their account.
You know, they got me into their account thanks to Assassin's Creed because I had Assassin's Creed on multiple platforms, and like that account gave me a way of connecting. Like they used to have this really cool website which would track your your account through all Assassin's Creed, and it was kind of like built around the game. So you know how Assassin's Creed you play as like you're in the present and you're going into the past. So when you went to this Ubisoft website, it made you feel like you were an employee logging into like your different stories and characters in the past. I was like, oh, I love this. And I created my account, and then they got rid of it. And now I'm just stuck in the Ubisoft system.
Yeah.
Ecosystem.
I've avoided it, but I feel like I'm eventually going to have to cave on it. But I'm just so irritated that because I didn't know about that. And the only way that you find out about it is it's fine print on the back of the box. And I also found out that it was patched in after launch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the requirement, like it was always there, but the requirement for it was actually like patched in after they put it out.
Mm-hmm. Next, we've got some updates on Bayonetta 3 where Kamiya is annoyed saying, I get why people say hurry up and release info or show us something, but reckless remarks like has development stopped or I guess it's been delayed are nothing but annoying public waste. Watch him say, you guys whine too much. I canceled the game. Block.
Yeah, he would absolutely do that. Honestly, I don't know why. I know everyone's excited for it, but at the same time, outside of a little tiny teaser and them just saying the development is progressing, they've literally said nothing else. But everyone is just putting so much pressure on them to put it out.
Well, they said they found a new way to they were going more open world with it. It sounded.
Oh, cool. I know they dabbled a little bit with that on 2, so it'd be cool to see where they go with that.
Yeah, it sounds like they're overhauling the whole vision for it as of a news post from a year or two ago.
Okay. I'm on board.
What's this? Another cloud game is on its way to Nintendo Switch next month. A Plague Tale: Innocence cloud version.
Not next month, next year.
It says this July.
No, it's this July.
The new Plague's Tale game?
That's what it said on the article.
No, it's 2022.
Innocence is the first one.
Innocence is the first.
First
yeah.
game.
Oh, okay.
July 6th.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So you can play a cloud version there.
So I'm assuming that unless it's for Switch Pro, I'm waiting to see Resident Evil 8 get a cloud release on the Switch.
Oh, what, sorry? Which one?
Resident Evil 8.
Oh.
I
there
feel
you
like
go.
that's going to get a cloud release here pretty soon. Unless they're holding it off specifically for a Switch Pro next year.
Yeah. And those are pretty much all the... that's all the time we have for headlines for today. So that is where we're going to call it a show. Before we sign off for today, anything fun in your channels or in your world this week? Let's start with Greg. What's on your TikToks?
Nothing lately. I did cover, some E3. I was kind of testing that out, but yeah, just business as usual. Trying to get my life back together after, working my regular job and then trying to cover E3 and be everywhere all at once. It was pretty exhausting.
Well, enjoy a beer or two.
Here, here.
Back. How about you, Sean?
I have no idea. I gotta come up with some stuff though.
Tune in for some surprises. You, Treon?
Well, I just threw a link there in the chat for the Spotify for the podcast. I'll be transferring that and hopefully have it this one posted by tomorrow night. And then outside of that, my son and I have actually, because he's been doing a lot of the Game Builder Garage, we're actually looking into some different programs to maybe actually start toying with building our own game, like on PC.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be a fun process. He's really good with doing pixel art, so he's going to do the art, and I also have a music tracker program for him, so he might do the art and music, and then I'll do all the programming behind the scenes stuff.
Very cool.
Be cool if it actually works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over in Hey J Land, a new video on Hey J Eats is available as of an hour or two ago, where I try a bunch of different Kit Kats, so check that out. On Tuesday, there's a new JoJo journal that drops on Hey J, and then on Thursday, there's another Monster Hunter World journal, followed by another Hey J Eats next week, a Pocky episode with multiple Pocky flavors.
Oh, good.
So we'll see you all next week, and until next time, keep it classy, or as Sean would say.
I gotta pee.
That's sometimes what he says, or as Greg would say.
A little bit of both.
You got to pee as well?
Well, I'll leave it at that.
Or as Treon would say.
Ditto.
Well, everybody's got to pee. That's the old man's
The pee
channel.
party.
It's the PP podcast. All right. Have a good week, everyone. Take care.